Hey guys, Patrick here. Today we're going to be installing BC coilovers on a second generation MR2. Since the coilovers have these sway bar end links attached to them, we're going to jack up both sides. So I'm going to go and replace the front rotors. As you can see, these are all rusty. So as soon as I finish this, we'll go on with the coilover video. So I'll see you in a sec. So now I put the new brakes on, we're ready to start doing the coilover swap. So first thing, we're going to remove the sway bar end link, and that's going to be with the 14 on the back side. So next is the retaining clip for this brake line. Now we're just going to remove the brake line to get it out of the shock. So after taking the brake line off, I just simply routed it out of the OEM shock and attached it back to the brake caliper. So now we can remove the two bolts holding the shock to the knuckle. And the second one. Looks like I have to take the caliper off to take this bolt out. So that should be enough to get the bolt out. Alright, now that we have the shock completely loose from the knuckle, we can take the 4 bolts off the top. I'm just going to tighten the caliper bracket bolts so I don't forget. Okay. There's that. So I just undid the brake line so I could snake it in through the opening. And then we're just gonna bolt it back down into the caliper. After fitting the brake line into its bracket, I just hammered in the retaining clip, and now I can install the sway bar end links. Now all we're gonna need for this is a 5mm Allen key and a 17mm wrench. And before you put these sway bar end links on, make sure you fit the coilovers on both sides. Otherwise, you're gonna be fighting putting the end link into the sway bar. Okay. Alright, and then the top. Alright, and once that's tightened, we can go to the back side. So starting with the back, we're going to first take off the sway bar end link. And then we're going to worry about the 2 bolts here. And then take up the brake line right there. Since this is really rusty, we're just going to use an impact to take this off. I need some extra help. And then this. Okay. Before we take these out, I'm just going to loosen the brake line. Now I need to take the brake line off. do the top. To get to these 3 bolts, I gotta remove this finishing panel. There should be these 2. I don't know if I take the ground off right now, so I'm just gonna leave it. Okay. Alright, next for installing the coilover, make sure on the top hat, the one that's kind of further out from the 2 is lined up with this portion. Let's make it easier. Okay. So next I'll be putting in these big bolts. Yeah. So now with the brake line in, we're just going to put the retaining clip right in there. Alright. And now just the sway bar end link. If you're not able to tighten it with the wrench because it's spinning, just get yourself an Allen key to hold it in place. Okay. And lastly, don't forget to put your brake line on. However, I'm going to be changing out the rotors, so it'll just be easier for me to leave it off right now. But I'm just going to go back to the other side, finish that, and do the brakes, and I'll be done. So now the wheels are back on after installing the coilovers. I ended up lowering it about ½ an inch in the front and the back. For this set of coilovers, you have to disconnect the brake line, so don't forget to bleed the brakes. And as always, make sure to get in alignment after installing coilovers. If this video helped, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next repair. So now I put the new brakes on, so we're ready to start. How's that gonna fit in there? God! Well, this is fun.